Good morning all. Our next speaker is Dr. Alan Giles, who will give us an update on shoulder dislocations. Dr. Giles.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Good, fantastic. Okay. 2 seconds. Let's just go.
So that's your laser point.
Laser point. Oh, careful, yeah, and then
Back forward.
forward, backwards, and that one is.
Laser.
Oh, okay. Look, you should again, and it
Yes.
goes back to that.
Comes back.
And that's the dot. Is it?
Yeah.
And it died
You
around.
need to.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think I'm fine. Sorry about that. Okay. Look, I like to start these presentations with, a bit of a joke. This might be a bit of a lame one, and stop me if you've heard it. But, I was alone in the bath last night, and I got really surprised because I felt a tap on my shoulder. Okay. Apologies if this may be a little beneath some of you in the audience. I know you've had a lot of knowledge about shoulder dislocations and how to relocate them, but I think we might just kick on and see how it goes. Okie doke. Okay, let's see if this works. Shoulder dislocations, that's it. Right, we're off. Well, that's an unusual way of relocating a shoulder. I don't think we'll be doing that. Let's talk about types of dislocations. Oh no, first the history. So, people have been trying to relocate shoulders, dislocated shoulders, since the beginning of time, since humans have had shoulders, I suppose. But the earliest documented ones of relocation was in Egyptian tombs, back as far as 3000 BC, although I've got a picture that's a bit later. It's about, I think, 1700 BC, or 1300 BC. And there's a picture we'll see in a second. Let's see, no, not Hippocrates, hi Hippocrates, we all know his stuff. Here we go. Oh, there we go, there's a picture. See, he uses like a cocker technique with traction, external rotation. And where did we go there? Oh, there's the Hippocrates. Actually, the Hippocratic technique, it reminds me, I know it's a bit of a diversion, but I remember being at university and a group of mates and myself went on a houseboat up in Lake Macquarie, and we had a couple of beers and going for a swim, and one of the guys who ended up being a urologist, that's a separate thing, he dislocated his shoulder in the water, and I tried to do the Hippocratic technique, put my foot in the axilla and pull, but of course there was no counter traction and it didn't work, and we had to go all the way back to Prince of Wales to get it relocated. Take home message, do it on land, you need the counter traction. Okay, where are we up to? Let's see. Types of dislocations. Of course, anterior dislocations are anterior, there we go, anterior dislocations are easy and most common. And you can see the guy on the left there, he's got that epaulet sign. Let's see if I can show you with this. Oh yeah, kind of around here, epaulet sign, and the fullness anteriorly from his shoulder dislocation. The X-ray on the right-hand side of the screen shows the head is anterior to the glenoid and it's inferior to the clavicle. Of course, it's not the same patient because that's the right shoulder on the X-ray and the left shoulder on. But you get the idea about that. Okay, the next one. The next one is the posterior one, and that is far less common. You need a lot of force. You need like a lightning bolt, or perhaps. I've just got a thing on my phone here. Sorry. Okay, I'll flick that off. Sorry about that. So we were posterior. You need like lightning strike or a seizure to force it out. So it needs a lot of force. And we can see it here. That's you probably can't quite read it, but the normals on the right-hand side of the X-ray and the dislocation to the left, it shows the light bulb sign. Where your humerus looks like a light bulb, and the rim side, but you might not be able to read it, but that's okay. And then here's a few, but there's the X-ray in the middle shows the head behind the Mercedes sign, Mercedes-Benz sign. The bloke on the right of the film, he's got, see the front of it? Where are we begin with this thing? Oh, there it is. It's empty there, and that's because it's gone posterior. And this one here you probably can't read, but it shows you like the naming the structures on the lateral. Okay, so that's the posterior. We've got one more, that's the inferior. Inferior, it's like having your hand up in class. Pick me, hand up in class. Like this, and you can see, obviously this again is not the x-ray of that woman, because she's got her left arm dislocated and that's a right arm. But you can see the idea that the head is inferior to the glenoid. Okay, hard to get in usually. Right. Oh yeah, so let's go about relocating. Heaps of you'll have done this, but anyway, let's go through it anyway. There's lots of different, this is the anterior, there's lots of different ones. You could choose scapular manipulation, external rotation, Cunningham, Milch, Stimson, counter traction, there's into the Spazo, Fares, Fulcrum, and of course Cocker and Hippocratic. I reckon you need to have like one you need to be able to do without sedation, and then one you can do on deep sedation, although with deep sedation you can just pull it. So I reckon the Cunningham technique, which of course like Russell Crowe and Crowded Houses come from, you go to New Zealand. So I've got a video here showing the Cunningham technique successfully done. I think it's actually by Cunningham for doing it. Let's have a look. Let's see, run that, that's the first media. We could be struggling with that. Look, obviously that video, you can get it online, push Cunningham technique, YouTube, you'll find it's not a hassle, but I'll give you an idea. I can't really show you exactly how to do it, but you sit across from the person who dislocated the shoulder, and say their right shoulder is dislocated, you support their elbow, and then you massage their deltoid and their trapezius and their bicep and their tricep for 5 or 10 minutes, just relaxing and relaxing. Maybe lift a little, maybe an external rotation. Oh, you've got to make sure you've got another person just holding the angle of the scapula so it doesn't rotate. And then often it'll just pop back in. For me it works, I don't know, 50% of the time, something like that. Okay, yeah, sorry about that video. Where are we up to? So, other things, yeah, there we go. So, we mentioned the Cocker and the Hippocratic. On the top there's a Cocker, that's that, you know, your traction and then external rotation, and then you flip it over the top. And the other one is the classic, which we don't say you should do anymore, Hippocratic technique. I hope he's cleaned his feet. Phew. We don't do it because you can cause damage to the brachial plexus, but that's what it looks like. That might have been done in somewhere in the third world, I'm not sure. Anyway, oh yeah, remember I said if it doesn't work, you need to be able to do some deep sedation. But remember, if you're going to do deep sedation, that you should get a checklist and follow your checklist. This is from Charles Gardner Hospital that I just got off the net, but it's a bit incomplete. You can't quite read it anyway. So you've got to have consent, and you remember pre-oxygenation can get you out of a hole if you give a little bit too much propofol. Okay, so that's the anterior. We're now looking at relocating a posterior. And let's just hope this video works. Come on. No, that's inferior. Let's go back. Posterior, maybe. Oh, here we go. Click it. Yep, got it.
Okay, don't worry.
So it's giving it a traction. You like it. Oh, these are all things that we do.
Alright, another 20 given.
It's pretty, I get it, it's pretty protocol. That's why it's been long, but I'm going to do a bit of a pull. She'll like it. It's gone back in. Okay, that's the posterior one. And so the last one was that inferior, that's the hand up in class one. And here it is here, this guy. God, there's no sound on. No sound on. I don't need the sound really. He looks like he's in a fair bit of pain, so you don't want to hear that. Yeah, there you go. He's got some oxygen, he's got some propofol, he's got someone documenting, and they're giving it a bit of a pull. Come on, pull. It just seems to be traction. It doesn't seem quite to be working. It does in the end. These can be real buggers to put in. Yeah, now someone's just helped. Okay, we're getting towards time actually, but we'll play out this video. Is that okay? Yep. Okay. So we'll play this video out. There. Did he put it back in? Yeah, he's put it back in now. So that wasn't so bad. And he's just checking it's in. Okay. So look, we've had time to go through, the types of dislocations and how you relocate them. I hope that a lot of you got something out of it, and you can always look at, it started again. You can look at it on videos online if you want to check them again. I'm just going to finish with this 1905 woman who can relocate her shoulders. You'll see what I mean when I put it on in the background here. There we go, 1905, check her out. And if there are any questions, we obviously don't have time now. I think the conference organisers have got my email, maybe? Yeah, okay, they reckon they've got the email, so if you get it from them, then you could probably just ask me some questions via email. You should check that pretty quickly. That's it. And I think I'll just finish on this slide, because Jesus, would you look at the time? Thanks, cheers.